Hello Star Fam! I am super excited to be bringing you one of my favorite game series ever, the original Star Stable games. The actual playthrough will begin in just a moment, but I will start off by answering some really common questions about the game just before to have that out of the way. So first things first, this is the first game out of 4, all called Star Stable. This first game is the Autumn Riders, and we'll play through the games in their order of release, which means we'll go with Autumn, Winter, Spring and Summer. I already know that your next question would be, where can I find these games? Unfortunately, I cannot help you find them, but your best bet is secondhand. I know some people will ask for download links, but these games are really old and they were never distributed through download, so you will not be able to find them in any legal way. And most people who actually got the games through downloads have done so illegally, and I really do not recommend to do that at all. I don't want you guys to break any laws while trying to play a game, not worth it. But if you do manage to find the games in a legal way, please bear in mind that you cannot play them on a Mac, you will need a PC. So I personally got these games right when they were released, around 2008. They were distributed through a horse-themed book club, which back then was called the Pollux Club here in Sweden. Some of the developers working on this game would go on to work on SSO, which some of them actually are still doing today. So if you're interested in knowing the specs for my PC, which I am using to play these games on, you will find the link in my Q&A in the video description down below. And I think that's all for now, so if you still have any questions or you think anything is unclear, please leave a question in the comments down below and I will answer them as soon as I can. And yeah, I think that's it. So now let's get started. So now we're here. It is time to begin the first Star Stable game. This was released in 2008 and it's so strange to come back to it 10 years later. But I have played it a million times throughout the years, so I'm very familiar with the game. But it's still kind of strange now when you're so used to Star Stable Online. I'm going to begin by picking a new game, because of course we're beginning with a new character. And the faces here are like not very nice. I mean, I'm not sure what's up with that makeup. I want like I don't really want that much makeup. Maybe this is fine because it looks kind of natural. And hairstyle, I think this is kind of pretty since it's like a ponytail with a little, well, something down there. My English is not up to par today, really not. We have a braid. We have another ponytail, but I think I want the long hair. And of course you recognize this from Star Stable, or Star Stable Online, they're kinda similar. So here we go, I want that one. And eye color, I want to have it green, because I want to have it as Esme in Star Stable, and that would be the closest thing probably. So let's go, I'm going to be Esme. And let's press OK. And as you all know, if you already have seen my Star Stable Legacy, Starshine Legacy walkthrough, I don't really read the dialogue in the game because I don't really feel comfortable doing that. I think that feels a bit strange and I feel a bit uncomfortable. So I prefer to talk about other stuff while the dialogue is running. So in the beginning of every Star Stable game, you do have this like prologue telling you why you are here and what's going on in the area. And here it has a story about you who arrived to Jorvik for, well, having a couple of weeks in the great big nature. This is a fall break and now this girl has arrived to the Jorvik stables to meet Herman and to begin her journey throughout Jorvik. And this is basically the Silverglade, the South Hoof, the Epona area. It's quite, you will recognize quite a bit of the areas here, quite a few of them, but they don't really look like they do in Star Stable Online. They look very different, and that's for the better, I'd say, because this is not always very pretty, and I'm so happy that the areas got some more love in Star Stable Online, so they look prettier and you actually have stuff to do there, because you don't really do that here. But the small island you see to your left right now is actually Paddock Island, and you can see the Jorvik stables right ahead. Jarlheim does not exist in this game, so there won't really be a village around Jorvik stables, which also is a bit confusing to some, but well, that's how it is. And the mountains you see to the right will go up to be the Devil's Gap, which is not an open area in Star Stable Online, but it is here. So we are heading onward to the Jorvik stable gates. And we are ending up right in front of Herman. Well, it doesn't really look that similar to Star Stable Online, but it does look very similar to what it looked like in Starshine Legacy. So if you have seen the previous playthrough, you will know exactly what this place is. So hello and welcome, this is Star Stable. So this is the Autumn Rider, and in the upcoming games we will not be in the same area as we are right now. And we do get a bit of a tutorial. I can read more about tutorials by clicking down here, I really need to because I know the game so well. So of course let's begin by talking to Herman. This will be very similar to Star Stable Online in the means of having the exact same quest marks. We don't really have the daily quests in here, not really. Because we don't really work in days here. We do have a day cycle, which I will show you later, but oh well. So right now we need to talk to Beatrice to borrow some riding gear. And Beatrice is over here. And we will never again talk to her. So here we have some riding clothes, and I will just dress myself up in them. One thing that I am really bummed out about in this game is that there's no hotkeys, because I'm so used to using the hotkeys in Star Stable, like having the I for inventory, having the M for map. Oh, that works, so that's nice. This is the map, I'm gonna talk more about that later. I can't use L to have my quest log, I can't use J to have my journal, because that's kind of new as well. I can't press C to have my character sheet, so I am lost. I need to go down to the menu all the time, and that's really annoying to me. But I can actually move around with the same keys as in Star Stable, the WASD or the arrow keys. I can't use arrow keys in Starshine Legacy, which is nice that I can do it here. And this character actually can jump, and it's not very pretty as you can see. So maybe it's for the best that we can't do that in SSO. So let's talk to Herman again. Now we have our riding equipment, so let's put it on. And I need to open my character sheet. It doesn't look that different from the one in Star Stable. You see here that you recognize the graphics. So, well, you know, the graphics in SSO is super old. So I'm happy for all the updates we can get. Let's now put on some riding gear. I think, can you double click? No, you can't. And also in this game you can't preview your clothes. So you always have to... You see here that I need to have everything on me in order to be able to accept the quest or complete the quest. So in order to be able to see what I'm buying in the stores, I need to buy it and then try it on, which sucks. Also because I don't have that much of an inventory. This is my entire inventory in the entire game. I will not be able to have anything more than this, which is why I usually never really buy gear in these games. It doesn't really make sense for me to do so. So that looks nice. Now we are going to try out riding a horse, I guess. And Herman tells me it's very important for me to save my game, because in this game I need to save manually. I will not... well, whenever I log out, the game will reset to the last time I saved. So it's very important to save the game. Also, if I go to a house to save my game, I can reset the day cycle. So if it's getting really late, I can always go to a house and sleep overnight, and I will be back in the morning again. Which is good, because during the nights it's very, very dark here. The lanterns don't really light up, which means that it's super dark, and if you're stuck in a forest, you will never, ever, ever get out. Like, you can't see anything. Which is kind of cool sometimes, but not always. So we can save and sleep right now, so I can show you what it looks like. Saving game. And you see that the light changed just a bit, because now it's basically dawn. It's very early in the morning. And I don't really know how long a day cycle is. I think it's like 20 minutes or so. I've been talking about trying to figure it out for years, and I've never done it. But if any one of you knows exactly how long the day cycle is in this game, please tell me in a comment. So yeah, now we're done with that. And now I need to learn how to take care of my horse, because my horse will be with me throughout the entire game unless I buy a new one, which I will then have to take care of. So I always need to know how to take care of my horse. And a good thing in this game is that I do not need to be at a stable in order to care for my horse. I can care for my horse everywhere, which is super nice. I missed that in SSO actually. So I'm going to begin by getting the brush in here. I'm just going to move this because I don't need it anymore. And this little quest bar is so helpful, I love it. Because then I can go here, I discovered Jorvik stables. Here's the thing with the map. I know I'm talking about a million things at once, but that's how it is in this game. If you open the map by pressing M, you see that I have discovered a star. And these stars does not do anything at all, ever. But they do... Well, you get a star every time you discover a new area. So that's a cool thing, that you can see that, oh, I have discovered everything. But there is an area that is a bit bugged, which, funnily enough, I believe it's Mistfall. So if you take the star and then save and log out, it will reset. It's Mistfall or Scarecrow Hill, I can't really remember. So you do see here that there's a huge place to recognize. It stops right here outside of Dino Valley, which does not exist in this game at all. This is more like a swamp thingy. So we have south of the peninsula sitting, like, it is connected to Epona, which does not exist here either. Yes, so Harvest County is way smaller than usual. We don't have Goldspurs Farm, we don't have Sunfield Farm, we do have the arena. We don't have the Forgotten Field, because we don't have the South Silver Waters here. We don't have that. Also, we don't have any ferries, we don't have any trailers, so I will have to ride everywhere. The pink spots here right now is actually the save places, the houses where I can save my game. So that's kind of good to learn where they are. They do pop up on the map too, so if I zoom in here, you will... I see the small pink dot up here, I'm not sure if you do, but I do. But I will show you later anyway. So now I need to get my horse, and I see how my horse is feeling down here. And I think I will get my own brush later, or I have to buy one, I'm not entirely sure. So now Herman tells me that I can click on the information board over here to care for the other horses in the stable and earn some money. So that works basically the same as in SSO, but different stables give me a different salary, because, for example, the Fairgrove stables has a better economy than Herman does. So if I take care of the horses in the Fairgrove stable, I will get way more money than Herman will give me. And it's not because Herman is cheap or mean, he just doesn't have that much money. So now I need to learn about how to feed my horse. And the good thing about this game, this is only in this game, does not happen in other games, which is super sad. You can pick a lot of different foods around the area when you ride around and feed your horse. So I can pick like beets, I can pick apples, I can pick carrots, and I don't ever have to pay for any food. So that's very nice. As soon as I've discovered the crop, I can start giving it to my horse. And some of the crops also give the horse some extra energy, which helps me in different races and stuff. I completely forgot to mention my horse. And of course you recognize this from Star Stable if you have played Story Quests, because this is basically Justin's horse Saga. For now this horse does not have a name. It does not have a name at all in this game. And well, unless I choose to name it. I usually call it Dopey for some reason. I'm not sure why I picked that. I picked that years ago, so that's what I usually call this one. So, well, Dopey the horse. As you see here, the horse is level 1. I cannot change that, because this is a horse that is required level 1. Like, if I am level 1, I can buy this horse. And this is, of course, my starter horse right now. I can only have one horse at a time, so if I decide to buy another horse, this horse will disappear completely, and I can never get it back again. If I want to buy it again, I have to train it again. As you see right now, the green stats is for how strong the horse is, how speedy it is, how disciplined it is, and how much endurance it has. So I can only get it up to this orange bar. I cannot get it above this, which means that if I want a faster horse, which I of course want because this is super slow, I want the speed to be like here or something, I need to buy another horse. So I will not have this horse throughout the entire game. I will switch horses a couple of times. depends a bit on what I want to have and what I think could be fun for you guys to see. So yeah, that's it for now. And in the upcoming games I probably will try to be a bit more interactive. Right now this is vacation times when I'm recording this, so I have to bunk a couple of videos. But for future videos I will try to have some votings and stuff on Instagram, so you guys can help me vote on what horse you would like me to have. I think that would be way more fun, and also you can help me decide on names. So now we need to find our water bucket in here and make the horse drink. You do say that you can lead the horse to water but not make it drink it, but we can make the horse drink the water, I promise. The big bar you see down here at the bottom, the big orange one, is my XP bar, so you see how long I have to the next level. In the other games you will see my level up here all the time. You do not in this game. This is of course the first game, so not everything is up to speed here. Perfect. Also I will need to buy myself a bucket. So Herman also tells me that I need to have a bucket of my own, and this game has a couple of bugs. Remember that this is a very, very old game, and also I'm playing this on a very new computer, which means that sometimes stuff doesn't really work as it should. But I know that there are a couple of bugs in this game. Among those are the fact that if I take care of horses like here or in the other villages, which is Hillcrest, Valedale or Feargrove, that's the only villages in here, my horse will be cared for too, which saves me a lot of money. So the final task of the day is to make sure that the stables are clean. So I'm going to muck out. And I will not make this very long. I will let you guys see me ride for the first time, and then I will end this for the day. So now we are going to... Oh, I always forget that I can't press shift here. I just have to walk forward, and after a couple of steps she will start running by herself. But if I press down shift she will stop. Which is it's annoying when I've played Star Stable so much, like SSO, because it's very different to come in here, and well, you will also recognize this coat, I believe, because one of the... is it Oldenburgs? No, it's Holsteiner, I think. At least one of the horses, one of the old horses, like old starter model horses, have this coat. So you can have it as a starter horse in Star Stable if you want to, but also you can buy it somewhere. Is it the... No, it's a Dutch Warmblood. I was thinking it started with an H because it's started with an H in Swedish, because Dutch in Swedish it's Holland, but it's a Dutch Warmblood, so you can buy one of those. I think it's from the horse market currently. So, well, now the floor is clean. Herman does not recommend you to eat from it, and we are very welcome to sweep up whenever the stable gets dirty. And of course I can do all these chores from here, and I can earn some money from doing that too. I will see my money here, which is my stable points, as they're called in this game. You see my XP, which you also see here, and my stable points. I have 20 right now. I cannot... well, I can't really work with that, I need more. But for now I'm going to ride my horse for the first time. So let's go. And just as in SSO, you just click on the horse's back and you mount. And you will see that, well, if you think the animations are wacky in SSO, you have seen nothing yet, girls. So yeah, be happy for the animation work in SSO right now, because this animation work is not very fun to look back at. I love this game a lot, but the animations and also some graphics could have used some more work. But it is a quirky style, and this quirky style worked very well for this game. I'm just very happy we don't have this in SSO nowadays. So now I'm up on horseback, and we are ready for some riding exercises, and I think I will hit a new level soon, maybe after the next quest. This is very annoying. Whenever I let go of the camera, when I have twisted it, because it works the same way as in SSO, it will go back to the original output, and I hate that. I really want it to. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so let's go ride. Herman has a dressage exercise here, and it's not really... When I say dressage, you should not go like, yay, they have dressage in this game, because they do not have dressage in this game. This is kind of a dressage-like exercise. So this is basically one of the races in the game, which means that you will gain experience for your horse by doing this. And Doing different races in this game will give your horse different sorts of experience, which means that if I do this, I will not gain speed, but I might get discipline for the horse. And as you see, I need to have the correct gait in order to finish this race. And if I don't hit the right gate at the right time, I will have to redo the entire race. As you saw, that was super easy. It's a tiny bit more difficult when you get up to other levels, but it's not difficult, I swear. As long as you read what you're supposed to do, it's going to be super easy. And this is the only race in the game that looks like this. The other races are like races that you're used to from SSO. So, as Herman says, I can keep riding my horse as much as I like. But it is a beginner's horse, so it would be good for me to exchange it for another horse later on. But I need to get stable points for that because it will... Well, the horses are quite expensive. And Herman also tells me about my trophy cabinet. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And now I have reached 1 level. I'm just going to back off a bit. So my trophy cabinet can be found with the star here. And as you see right now, it is empty. This is... It works... I wouldn't really say it works like the achievements in Star Stable. Well, it's more like the medals above the scoreboards. So if you reach a certain time, you will get a certain medal. The thing is here though, that you have to do every single race at least 4 times to get all the medals. Because first you always need to do a practice run, which I did here. Then you need to make a ride for the bronze medal, a ride for the silver medal, and a ride for the gold medal. So in order to get all the medals, I need to do all the races at least 4 times. The only exception is the big trophy you see here, which is from the Great Contest by the end of the game. I'm not entirely sure what it's called in English. I need to check up on that. I know it's called the Claymore Challenge in Swedish. Don't know if it's the Claymore in English, because I know that they changed the name for the castle in English. Except of the... because this is a castle way back where you're going for this competition. And I know in Swedish the castle is called the Claymore Castle, but I think it's called the Macklingern Castle here. It's some sort of Scottish thing, I'm not sure. So now also I have gone up a level, which means that I have received skill points. These skill points are quite important, I think, at least these first ones, because if you stop giving yourself skill points, you will not get any better than anything in the game. So this is basically the skill points you get when you level up in Star Stable, but you can choose yourself what you want to have them for. So I have 40 right now, which means that since I have 4 different skills, riding, command, jumping and carrying, I will just give out 10 for each and every one of them. Also, when I have added it, I cannot get it back again, so I need to be a bit careful on where I distribute my points. So, and this also means that I will be more effective carrying my horse, I will be better at jumping, my horse will respond better to my commands, so it will exchange the gates quicker, and I will ride faster. That's basically what it means. So now I'm at level 2. And I think that's enough for today, really, because that was a lot of information, also together with the information at the beginning of the video. So, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you want to continue watching this. If you know of a certain horse in the game that you want me to ride, please tell me in a comment so I can have a look at it later in the game. And of course we're going to have a look at the horses in the stable at a later point also, so don't worry about that. And hopefully I'll see you all next time.